Welcome to UXL, where you can learn new skills anytime and anywhere. Visit uxl.com to explore our full course selection. This lesson is part of a larger course. Check the video description below for a link to the full course where you can enroll. If you enjoy our content, please like and subscribe. For your convenience, the course cover displayed on your screen provides the complete course title and lesson title. Let's proceed with the lesson. Lesson: Long-term solutions and preventive measures. Long-term solutions and preventive measures are crucial in mitigating the impacts of economic crises and ensuring sustainable economic stability. These strategies extend beyond immediate relief efforts and focus on structural changes, policy reforms, and proactive planning to address the root causes of economic vulnerabilities. By examining historical economic crises, identifying systemic weaknesses, and implementing robust preventive measures, economies can become more resilient and better equipped to withstand future shocks. A key aspect of long-term solutions involves strengthening the financial regulatory framework. The 2008 global financial crisis, for instance, highlighted significant deficiencies in financial regulation and oversight. In response, many countries implemented comprehensive reforms aimed at enhancing the resilience of their financial systems. The Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act in the United States is a prime example of such measures. This legislation introduced stricter capital requirements for banks, established the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and mandated stress tests to assess the stability of financial institutions under adverse conditions. These reforms have contributed to a more robust financial sector, reducing the likelihood of a similar crisis in the future. Another critical long-term solution is the promotion of economic diversification. Economies heavily reliant on a single industry or resource are particularly vulnerable to external shocks. For instance, oil-dependent countries often experience significant economic turmoil when oil prices plummet. To mitigate this risk, these countries can implement policies to diversify their economies by investing in other sectors such as technology, manufacturing, and services. Norway's government pension fund, Global, commonly known as the Oil Fund, is a successful example of using oil revenues to invest in a diversified portfolio of global assets. This approach has not only stabilized Norway's economy, but also ensured long-term wealth preservation for future generations. Fiscal policy also plays a vital role in long-term economic stability. Governments must adopt prudent fiscal practices to avoid excessive debt accumulation, which can exacerbate economic crises. Implementing countercyclical fiscal policies, such as saving surplus revenues during economic booms and utilizing them during downturns, can help smooth out economic fluctuations. The concept of fiscal rules, which sets legal or constitutional constraints on budgetary parameters, has been effective in some countries. For example, Switzerland's debt brake rule limits the federal budget deficit to 0.5% of GDP over the economic cycle, promoting fiscal discipline and reducing the risk of unsustainable debt levels. Investing in human capital is another essential long-term solution. Education and skills development are fundamental drivers of economic growth and resilience. Countries with well-educated and skilled workforces are better positioned to adapt to technological advancements and global economic shifts. For instance, South Korea's emphasis on education and innovation has transformed it from a low-income country in the 1960s to one of the world's leading economies today. The government's substantial investments in education and research and development have fostered a highly skilled labor force, driving economic growth and reducing vulnerability to external shocks. Furthermore, robust social safety nets are crucial in preventing economic crises from exacerbating poverty and inequality. Social protection programs, such as unemployment benefits, food assistance, and healthcare, provide a safety cushion for vulnerable populations during economic downturns. These programs not only alleviate immediate suffering, but also contribute to long-term economic stability by maintaining consumer demand and social cohesion. The Nordic countries, with their comprehensive welfare systems, illustrate the effectiveness of social safety nets in promoting economic resilience. Their welfare programs have helped mitigate the adverse effects of economic crises ensuring that vulnerable populations are protected and that economic recovery is more inclusive. In addition to these measures, international cooperation and coordination are vital in addressing global economic challenges. The interconnectedness of the global economy means that economic crises in one country can have far-reaching impacts on others. Therefore, international organizations such as the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank play a crucial role in providing financial assistance, technical support, and policy guidance to countries facing economic difficulties. The IMF's surveillance and lending programs, for instance, help countries implement necessary reforms to stabilize their economies and restore growth. By fostering international cooperation, these organizations contribute to a more stable and resilient global economy. Moreover, addressing structural inequalities is fundamental to long-term economic stability. Economic disparities, whether based on income, gender, or race, can undermine social cohesion and economic performance. Policies aimed at reducing inequality, such as progressive taxation, equitable access to education and healthcare, and affirmative action, can enhance social mobility and economic inclusiveness. For example, Brazil's Bolsa Familia program, which provides conditional cash transfers to low-income families, has significantly reduced poverty and inequality in the country. By linking cash transfers to education and healthcare requirements, the program promotes human capital development and breaks the cycle of intergenerational poverty. Climate change is another critical factor that must be addressed through long-term solutions and preventive measures. The economic impacts of climate change, including extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and disruptions to agriculture, pose significant risks to global economic stability. Therefore, countries must invest in sustainable development practices, reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and build resilience to climate-related shocks. The European Union's Green Deal, which aims to achieve carbon neutrality by 2050, exemplifies a comprehensive approach to addressing climate change while promoting economic growth. By investing in renewable energy, energy efficiency, and green technologies, the EU aims to create jobs, spur innovation, and ensure long-term economic sustainability. Finally, fostering a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship is crucial for long-term economic resilience. Innovation drives productivity growth, creates new industries, and enhances competitiveness. Governments can support innovation through policies that encourage research and development, protect intellectual property rights, and provide funding for startups and small businesses. Silicon Valley in the United States is a prime example of an innovation ecosystem that has driven economic growth and technological advancement. The region's success can be attributed to a supportive environment that includes world-class universities, venture capital, and a culture of risk-taking and collaboration. In conclusion, long-term solutions and preventive measures are essential for addressing the root causes of economic crises and ensuring sustainable economic stability. Strengthening financial regulation, promoting economic diversification, adopting prudent fiscal policies, investing in human capital, and establishing robust social safety nets are critical strategies. Additionally, international cooperation, addressing structural inequalities, combating climate change, and fostering innovation are vital components of a comprehensive approach to economic resilience. By implementing these measures, economies can become more robust and better equipped to navigate future challenges, ultimately fostering a more stable and prosperous global economy. This concludes the lesson. We trust you found this video informative and engaging. To enroll in the complete course, please use the link provided in the description below. At UExcel, we are committed to your learning journey. Each course offers a certificate of completion, online support, and downloadable resource files to enhance your experience. If you found our content valuable, we invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to supporting your continued pursuit of knowledge.